Live from Los Angeles, welcome to Good Morning La La Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
Hi, I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jez Moyer. This is Good Morning La La Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Also available on Apple TV and Roku via the EverTalk app.
That's right, it's hashtag Friday Feels. Apparently there's been like
I know.
a death
What's happening
in the
right
week.
now?
We're dying this week, you know.
The dying of the ego.
That's right. We're going to talk about actually how to rejuvenate during the week, during your work, because to love your life, you've got to stay rejuvenated. So we come together each day to know the truth, live on spiritual principle, align with universal law, and have some great tennis shoes sent to us.
Love this.
Special thanks to our recent guest, NJ Falk, who was one of the co-founders of APL. Thank you so much for these fresh kicks. Loving
Putting
them.
those
right?
to use right away.
Definitely.
Love those.
What are you
Thank
trying to
so
say?
much.
What are you?
So you got to get in the gym, huh?
Well, I am so excited on this hashtag Friday Feels to welcome our very special guest this morning. Hello, everyone, back in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
Friday
Hey.
Feels. Good morning. We're so excited. We've got Ryan Alessi in the house. He is fresh off the All That Nickelodeon reboot. Good morning, Ryan.
Good morning, how you doing?
We're so excited that you're here. You have such great energy, and rumor has it you do an incredible impression.
I do. People love my Adam Sandler impression, they really do.
Could you share a little Adam Sandler with us?
Okay, so it's kind of I'm on live TV and I'm so scared because I'm just so nervous.
That's awesome.
We needed a little laugh this morning. Thank
Start
you,
off with a little
Ryan.
impression, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you so much for being with us. We're excited to talk to you more later in the show. We've got Melina in the house, hot off of this final season of Netflix Orange is the New Black. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Thank you.
We're so excited for you. We want to know all about your experience. But first, would you mind telling us how you start your day? What's your morning routine like?
Yeah, right when someone mentioned that question earlier, I was like, my answer is so LA. I literally make myself a smoothie. I don't know if I'm gonna get veggies into the day, so I throw like a ton of spinach in there. And then I'm not really a morning person, so this is like, I'm in rare form right now. But I showed up, happy to be here, so
All
I'm
right.
I can't wait to talk about the show.
So happy to have you. Yeah, the green smoothie definitely makes you an LA native
Yeah, for
I
sure.
know.
at this point.
And I am, so.
Fair enough.
Oh, well, thank you. We have got Mom 2.0 in the house. Laura and Carrie, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Good morning. It's good to see you guys.
So how does a mompreneur like you start her day? What's your morning routine?
I mean, honestly, a shower and a to-do list. That's how I get started. You?
Coffee. I am not a morning person, so coffee is a big thing for me. Coffee, to-do list, and then hit the gym.
Love all that. I'm definitely all for the shower. It's nice to show up clean and smelling fresh as well.
We don't like to-do lists, though.
Kayvon K is in the house. He is helping us master sales in one call. Good morning, Kayvon.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So tell us, what's your morning routine? How do you start your day?
I just, as soon as that alarm clock goes off, I just pop out of bed instantaneously. My significant other doesn't like that all the time because I'm like a bull in a china shop, but I start my day at a level 10, get to the gym, eat healthy, and I like to get everything started by 7:30 a.m. just before everyone else starts getting up and getting their morning routine started.
And then you only have to make one call in the day.
I only
That's
make
right.
One call, that's it.
That's
All
right.
it takes.
Level 10, bull in the china shop, one call. Wow. We have got Steph Sprenger in the house. She's the founder of Glam Hive. Good morning.
Good
Thanks.
morning.
Hi there. Good morning.
Hi. So tell us, how does a fashionista and entrepreneur like you start her day? What's your morning routine?
Well, I live in Seattle, so I don't start with a smoothie. I start with espresso and reading email. So it's just going through emails in bed usually and drinking copious amounts of espresso.
Wow. Love that. Spent some time in Seattle. Do you like Seattle still?
I do. I love Los Angeles, so I think my dream is always like to be here some of the time and there some of the time. So it's amazing to be here. To see the sunshine every day is awesome.
I'm with you on that one.
Well, and rumor has it you're going to be back in Los Angeles August 24th for the Glam Hive conference.
That's right. Saturday, August 24th, we're doing our first Glam Hive style conference in Los Angeles at WeWork.
Very exciting. And Carrie from Gen Art, you're a part of this conference, right?
I am, yeah. Gen Art is going to be co-producing the event. Do you want to hear about what I do in the morning?
Oh, sure.
So I heard the LA thing, so I wanted to put this in there. I'm from New York, so I actually get up at like 6 a.m. and start barking at people on the East Coast. But I have 5 kids and a dog now.
Wow.
So I feel like one thing I love about LA people, I don't know what that means if you're an Angelino, there's an intention in the morning, like a plan. But for me, it's very reactive. I feel like, I don't know, there's like this, it's like boom, boom. I have 5 kids, you know, like I said, and I have a little puppy, so it's like cleaning up poop, finding the babies. But anyway, we are going to be, we're going to be supporting this amazing conference because Gen Art works with young fashion designers, and we make fashion accessible to the people. So I love that Glam Hive is like the Uber of personal styling, making stylists accessible to all.
Yeah, to everyone.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we're looking forward to continuing the conversation with each of you later in the show.
So how was the Lionsgate, you guys?
Lionsgate, listen, not what I expected. Not what I expected. I feel like it's a scandal. This, you know, that suffix "gate" actually means scandal.
Oh.
It's thinly veiled scandal.
Oh, really? So
yes.
what do you
Isn't
mean
that
by
wild?
that?
Scandal of the
Well, I got a flat
universe.
tire, so not a big deal.
what?
But yeah, I got a flat tire. So Ubered here today. And so I thought that was interesting. My brother did something to his toe, but
I had a
small
couple.
things.
I had a couple friends that things happened to their car as well.
Yeah.
So
They're weird.
yesterday was what they were calling Lionsgate. On 8/8, the moon and Orion's belt aligned, and there was some sort of crazy mystery that happened within the universe, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, so it was a lining up of the Sirius, the Orion Belt, and which has like the 3 kings, the 3 sisters, whatever you want to call it, and right to where and why they built the pyramids. So it's a portal, I guess, or a, you know, just bringing in new energy. So
I was expecting like gold or money to rain down, and it's all good. We woke up healthy, so that's the greatest gift.
Oh, that is the greatest gift. Well, on Friday Feels, we really want to master the way we work. So, Erin, how can we work more efficiently so we can stay rejuvenate?
Well, and the reason why I picked this topic is because the theme of my friends right now is that everyone's really burned out. That really is the theme. For me, I'm feeling a little burnt out because we haven't really taken big vacations and stuff. So we really want to know, how can we keep our energy high and love our lives in the midst of well, all of my friends are workaholics. I'm not going to lie. Like in LA, we're all workaholics. So there's 10 ways, according to Emergenetics, there's 10 ways to rejuvenate your mind while you work. And I'm going to say that I probably do none of these.
I think there's one you do. I saw one that you do, and you Insta story it.
Right?
I read through the list and I was like, I am definitely not a good habit worker. That is for sure.
So the number 1 is buy a good office chair or stand up while you work. I definitely have neither of those. I have like an antique, beautiful chair that's like the worst working chair, and then I never stand up and work.
Yeah. Sometimes I do walking meetings. I feel like
yeah,
that's,
no, I do that sometimes.
yeah, I love that.
That's a
It
good
makes
one.
the time go by faster.
For sure.
Yeah.
So number 2 is don't multitask. Yeah, that's like not.
Virtually impossible. Like sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, why? I'm typing on one hand on the computer. I've got my cell phone here. I'm on a call. Like, you have to multitask.
Yeah. Number 3 is use all your senses. I don't know what that means exactly, but I would guess that I do work better when I have like the mister on, a little bit of music in the background, and like, you know, got the vibe, the feels.
I feel like that almost contradicts the one before it, the
know,
multitasking
right?
piece, right?
I know, right?
It's a little challenging. Use all your senses. I do think that that's sort of a tip around mindfulness.
Yeah.
You know, I noticed that sometimes you can be too much in your head as you're working. You don't need to think so much always. You can sometimes just do and be in a more sense.
It's a flow.
Yes,
When you
exactly.
get that. Next one, number 4, is do not make too many decisions throughout the day, which I agree with that. I do that because I have everything's actually pre-planned, a lot of it. So I don't have to I used to do that to-do list when I wake up. I don't have, it's all like done. I do it like for the whole year.
Yeah. I will say that that's a good problem to have because I remember working jobs where everybody else made all the decisions for me, including when I could use the bathroom.
Shut up.
Well, of course. If you work like at a natural gas plant or you work in a moving company or you know, and you're making $3.75 an hour.
Shut up.
Oh yeah.
For me, though, I've really tried to incorporate making more decisions because I can get caught up in overthinking, hesitating, indecisiveness, rather than just making a decision, failing fast, learning what I need to do, and moving on. So I'm actually trying to make more decisions.
I love that, Jess. I love
like that. Number 6 is work your own with circadian rhythms, which I totally believe this, which is like, you know, if you're a high producer in the morning, make sure you really use those hours well, or if you're a night person, make sure you schedule your day around that.
Yeah, so like when you sleep is just as important as how much you sleep, right? So there's a
sure.
window.
Absolutely.
And I'm definitely not in that window. Going to bed at 7 and waking up at 3:30 a.m. is not the window.
So number 7 is relax for 10 minutes every 90 minutes. I definitely do not do that.
I love that. I would say that I try to sprinkle that relaxation in during the 90 minutes. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, like if I'm doing something, let's say I'm on the phone with a client, large part of that time I'm not thinking and I'm just trying to experience like that deep place of perfect peace inside
Yeah.
while they're talking. So maybe I'm not listening,
totally.
but
But I
You
do
know what
it
I
like
mean?
I'll get
Yeah.
up and make a tea or whatever.
yeah.
Like so I do like take that little thing. And next is take power naps. I'm definitely hands down.
oh,
with
you
that.
Insta story your power nap. That's how good you are at power napping. I am like
But
inspired.
mine aren't power naps. They're an hour. Like literally.
Oh, okay, well,
Yeah.
that's good. That means you've doubled up on that one, so you don't have to worry about the other ones.
Yeah.
And then number 9 is experience nature. This is funny. Experience nature, preferably real. But if not, you can, take some pictures and just like look at.
What?
They found that actually, I guess it
Yeah.
actually helps people like get
Yeah.
less stressed.
Yeah, okay, because it's so much work stepping outside, especially if you live in LA.
Sometimes though, I'll put on the rainstorm
Oh, that's
soundscapes,
nice.
I like
so I
that.
can
beautiful.
hear the sounds of nature, even if I have to be inside the office.
I love
I like that. And number 10, which I'm going to do, is take a vacation.
Oh, I'm
Super
gonna miss you
important.
taking a vacation.
I
Yeah,
know.
the vacation is important, and
Very
we do know, like, especially Americans are like burnt out from work.
Dude, my girlfriend
Yeah.
from Europe just went on a 7-week vacation. I'm like, we have this all wrong over
Yeah.
here. 7 weeks just on vacation. I don't think I've ever taken a 7-week
A friend I went to business school with worked on Wall Street for 4 or 5 years. We know him, and he then took 2 years off for a vacation
There
and
you
just
go.
traveled the world.
That's
And he was like, "It's the
that's-
best thing he ever did."
That's the best thing
Yeah,
ever, yeah.
gotta have money for it.
Okay, so let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk to our friends, our guests, our whatever, all about how they've created lives that they love and how they are rejuvenating their lives while they work. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Where can you watch the stories of people changing the world? EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk. I'm Jezza Moyer, the co-founder and host of EverTalk TV, and I am thrilled to introduce you to America's first live video streaming talk show network.
I'm so excited to be here on the couch with all you amazing people.
Yeah.
I'm just in complete awe. Thank you.
Happy to be here. And for those who don't know what goes on, this is a big old, there's a lot going on here.
A lot
You do
going
this
on
every
here.
day.
Live.
God
5
bless
days
you
a week.
guys. I
Right?
mean, people, there's a lot going on.
Thank you for having me. This is an awesome studio.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Oh, you
I feel that, actually. I can feel that.
How exciting Motivation Monday. And the guests this morning have been incredible.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here with you.
And we have Rachel Boston, who is in The Last Bridesmaid on Hallmark. It actually is dropping tomorrow, the 22nd, right?
It is. Tomorrow night's our premiere.
Woo! How
Congratulations. I am so excited to welcome Jason and Ashley Waller to the show. Congratulations on the new beginnings. We're so excited for the premiere on MTV tonight.
Thank you guys. We appreciate it. Thank you.
The book is actually being shipped out today. It published this week.
What?
You guys are
Super
the
cool.
first show that I've actually done talking about the book.
I think this is my first time my book's been up on TV. This is awesome.
Our friends at Universal Pictures have a special delivery for us this morning from a tethered himself. Have you seen the film Us by Academy Award
my
winner
gosh.
Jordan Peele?
You know, I'm sitting here next to you guys, and it's just like, this is a powerful moment for me. Like, I'm humbled by it because it's like I'm sharing this movie with you guys, and it's moving for me.
What are you most grateful for today?
I am so grateful to be here and to have the opportunity to be with all these wonderful, badass boss babes and with all of you. And it's just a wonderful opportunity to share the positive messages out in the world because I think the world really needs it right now.
What we've done and thanking me for the contribution we're making to their lives.
Oh,
and I thought,
nice. That's
this
great.
is what my purpose is. This is why I was born. Now,
Show the camera.
up to you to choose the winner. Is it Annie? Is it Haley?
That's why I like this show. You know, years ago I did the Dinah Show, which is Dinah Shore, and it was a daytime show. And it was kind of like this. It was just like very up, and it was all positive stuff. They didn't bring negative stuff to the audience. And that's why I feel with this show. It's very relaxed. You know, it's very professional, but it's quite a bit of fun.
You can binge watch and binge watch.
You can binge watch.
And you can binge watch, or you can binge watch. Please binge watch. You can binge watch
and binge them on EverTalk TV. Thanks for coming. Bye.
First TV experience. I'm so happy I did it with you.
that will inspire, uplift, and empower you. Anytime, anywhere on Ever Talk TV, your home for talk. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa. And I am so incredibly excited to welcome the co-founders of Mom 2.0. They have mastered a year-round conversation on community, what's next for moms, women, marketing, entrepreneurs. Thank you so much for being here, ladies.
It's a delight. Thank you so much for having us.
So what brought you two together, and what is Mom 2.0?
Well, what Mom 2.0 is, I'll start there, is a conversation between moms, marketers, and media. And what brought us together, we both were in IT in Texas, and we
were at an event that we met together, just, entrepreneurs, women coming together, talking about what they were building, what they were doing, and Laura and I met.
But the event was primarily men, let's be honest, with the IT. And so we gravitated to each other and we're like, what do you have going on? What do you have going on? And we wanted to
Are you
bring...
on Twitter?
Yeah. I mean, this was, 12 years ago. It was like, oh, you know what Twitter is? I know what Twitter is. I mean, it was like so long ago. And but we wanted to create a space for more women to have more conversations with media and with marketers.
So what does it mean for a mom? Because I obviously have an older child, he'll be 24 this month. Where's that definition of what's a mom? Is because you see some of these brands and they have they're strolling their kids down the street. Where's the demographic?
Well, how it started, honestly, 12 years ago was mom bloggers, because mom bloggers kind of really created birthed the influencer movement and the influencer industry.
Cupcakes and cashmere.
I mean,
one of the first.
absolutely. And a lot of our attendees were the first. There wasn't even an industry, it was an emerging industry. And what we wanted to create was a leaders conference for this emerging industry. And so a lot of those individuals were there, and then it's grown. The industry's changed a million times. Mediums have changed, media has changed. And now they're influencers. And so it's interesting, our demographic, it's primarily women and men and non-binary friends. It's a very inclusive group, a very diverse group, and 20% of our attendees are not moms. So it really is like minds coming together to talk about business and how to enhance their lives.
Let's take a look at last year's conference.
Carrie and I founded Mom 2.0 to bring the smartest women we know together in one room.
It was really a feeling. It was like, okay, something has got to change.
The Mom 2.0 community is an exceptional group of women that are the first generation to ever get to tell the story of motherhood online.
It's not only just to further themselves, I mean, they're about helping each other. And I think that creates a unique family in so many ways.
It's amazing to look at our themes as they progress throughout the year, how that's a reflection of what's been going on in the industry. First, it was what you're doing matters, then defining a movement, then building a movement, then what's next, and now make it happen. And we are seeing people make it happen.
And we're excited to share the table with them. Because friendships are built here, memories are made here, businesses are developed here, and we want to support you. And we're so proud of everything you do and everything you bring, and we cannot wait to spend the weekend with you.
Love that. So basically it's for mom entrepreneurs, essentially. And so what can they expect? If it came for the weekend, what can they expect?
Well, our next event is going to be here in LA. We're very excited. It's our second time to be here in LA. Actually, we've had it twice in Laguna and twice. This will be our second time here. There'll be 1,200 individuals in the room talking about what they can do to support each other. It's amazing how collaborative the group is, and businesses are formed there, relationships are formed there, like Carrie said, and people really do come with their A game, and they're not messing around. They're moms, they don't have a ton of time, and they're like, what do you have going on? What are you doing over the next 6 months? What are your goals? How can I help you? And it's going to be here in downtown LA at the Intercontinental on May 6th through 8th in 2020.
Amazing.
What do you ladies love most about Mom 2.0?
Oh, the community.
The community.
The community is so supportive and just so amazing, and just the ideas that are happening there, things that are getting built there. It's really a beautiful thing to see. And as you were mentioning before, the age. I mean, we all have children at different ages. It's not just, you know, women that are just now having babies. I mean, I have an 18-year-old son. So it's absolutely fascinating. And it's also, the conference is not just about networking, but it's also about taking time for yourself. So there's that component to it as well. So we want to make sure you're having a good time, you're taking care of yourself, because you're taking care of so many people all year long, no matter how old your child is, you know? So that's also an important function of our conference.
So I have to ask, from a marketing perspective, how are you getting 1,200 women to
That's amazing.
That's a lot of marketing involved in that.
Honestly, we started word of mouth, and we've always, it's interesting. I mean, we haven't really done much marketing.
It's totally been word of mouth, and women telling their stories online, and influencers who come and they're like, this is beneficial to me and this is why, and I came up with this idea there, I met with this brand there, I got this new sponsor, I got this new gig, I got a book deal. Lots of book deals happen in our room. Or, you know, I got this gig on TV, or a lot of people are there looking for smart new ideas. A lot of people we've had people develop movements there, and we hear about things way in advance. Like we heard about the Black Lives Matter movement years before it became mainstream, and the Me Too movement like in 2010, before it hit the mainstream. So it's a lot of people who are making things happen in the room.
A lot of change makers, thought leaders that are involved. And when I first heard about this summit, I was so excited. I am not yet a mother and hope to be someday, but I have very few examples in my personal life and my tribe of women who have been able to successfully have a career, a healthy relationship, and be a mother. And most girls in my generation don't believe we can have it all. It's going to be 2 of 3 if you're lucky, 1 of 3 if you're lucky. If we've put any time into our career, we've compromised and sacrificed our relationships and motherhood. And it's so incredible to see like-minded women, and so many of them coming together really to make a difference in the world. Can you share with us a bit about the women that are also involved? I know last year Amber Tamblyn was there, Brene Brown. Who can we expect in Los Angeles?
We have some good announcements to make, but we're not going to make them yet. But LA is just so magical. We love being in LA. It brings so many people. So many people want to come to LA and connect here, and there is so much great creative energy in LA, and so magical things always happen here. But you can follow us at Mom2 Summit on Instagram, and we'll do the announcements there, or mom2.com.
Oh, thank you so much, ladies, for everything that you do. Stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow on Good Morning La La Land.
This is how we do it. This is how we do it.
Where can you watch the stories of people changing the world? EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk. I'm Jessica Moyer, the co-founder and host of EverTalk TV, and I am thrilled to introduce you to America's first live video streaming talk show network.
We all crave connection. I'm a big fan of videoing a podcast.
The impact that I'm having people on a podcast is I'm having more impact on those people than I ever did in news.
We want to be heard, but we also need to listen.
Podcasts, I understand they are red hot.
It's actually remarkable how scary to me podcasting is. Everybody should have a podcast.
I really wondered why. I mean, we've been doing this for 12 years. Nobody has done this in other arenas.
We have to change the conversation to happiness over financial success. It was like, we have to.
Honestly, it was meeting new people who had already heard about what we have done and thanking me for the contribution we're making to their lives. And I thought, this is what my purpose is. This is why I was born.
Yeah.
I think this is my first time my book's been up on TV. This is awesome.
You can binge watch and binge watch.
You can binge watch.
And you can binge watch. Binge watch. Or you can binge watch. Please binge watch.
You can binge watch and binge them on EverTalk TV. Thanks for coming. Bye.
Entertainment that will inspire, uplift, and empower you. Anytime, anywhere on EverTalk TV, your home for talk.
Live from Los Angeles. Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. I am so excited because I don't know if you've ever seen the show, Orange is the New Black. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love the show so much. I'm a little nervous right now. So Melina Bobadilla is in the house. I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Rocks.
It sure does, and I am so happy that I snuck in on the last season because I've been a huge fan ever since season 1, which was like 2013.
Right.
So yeah, it's kind of surreal.
So when you got the audition, did you know it was for Netflix's Orange is the New Black?
I did. So they cast out of New York, and my manager sent me this audition, and he was like, I think you'd be really perfect for it because the woman that I play does not speak Spanish or English. She speaks an indigenous Mayan language, Maya Quiche. And I had a little bit of familiarity, but I was not fluent by any stretch of the imagination. So he's like, it's okay, I guarantee you no other actresses in this demographic with SAG and training know how to do this, so we'll just try it. I'm like, okay, well, we'll see what happens. and I'm so grateful that I got this opportunity. We worked with a translator to get it just right and, to be really respectful of that culture. So,
So
yeah.
what's it like? You landed the gig, you're like, what?
Yes.
That's a big...
There was a lot of those what I still have them right
joking?
now.
Yeah, so what was it like? Where were you?
So it was one of those mornings where I was just like barely peeling my eyes open, and my manager FaceTimed me, and he's like, I got some news. And I think it's like an entertainment thing. I think we all have a flair for the dramatic.
Yeah.
And I really thought it was going to be like,
yeah, it's a lot.
We'll get him next time. And I'm like, it's fine, you just have to keep moving. You audition so much. And then he said it, and I was like, shut up. and we didn't, I don't even remember. It was blurry, we were screaming, called my boyfriend, called my parents. Of course, when my mom got on the phone, the waterworks happened. Because this is a journey, it's a long journey. You have to be really resilient in this business, so.
Let's take a look at your character, Santos,
okay.
on Orange is the New Black.
Oh, don't tell me we got that language wrong again.
No, it's Quiche.
Oh, thank God. Okay, please tell Miss Shaj her baby is fine.
Rikarach kumbikhriare chawech are riane utsuwach.
Manahuntokob. Chabiche. Chekwachtach. What did she say?
She says she doesn't want it.
Wow. Heavy stuff, right? Yeah.
The show's been profound in so many different ways, from humor to actually having us really understand all different personalities. For me, it's a very spiritual show because it connects us and has us relate on so many levels.
Right.
What's that been like for you?
I think being a part of a show like this that's been at the forefront of really walking the walk in terms of diversity, equity, and inclusion in casting, and humanizing, shedding a light, and creating complex stories of women and trans women and queer folks that we rarely see on TV. And I think we're starting to see that change because of shows like this. So playing a character who is an undocumented woman, she's Guatemalan, she's indigenous, she doesn't speak Spanish or English, and then she's a survivor of trauma, and she's in this situation where she finds herself pregnant and she doesn't want to be, but she doesn't have control over her body on so many levels. So yes, it was exciting as an actor, but I have to say I took it as a solemn responsibility, and so I can only hope that people who connect to it in any capacity and are moved by it now use that feeling to take some action and get out there and volunteer. The hashtags are great, but there's great organizations advocating for immigrants out there that need people's money, that need our support. So, it's all, I have a lot of information and links on my Instagram.
Love it.
Yeah.
You mentioned your journey earlier, and I wonder, this role didn't happen overnight, obviously.
No, it did
so
not.
can you tell us a little bit about the journey to getting there?
Yeah. I am an LA girl. I am a LaLa Land native through and through, but I went to grad in the Bay Area at Berkeley, and then I did my graduate studies at NYU. So I've kind of lived everywhere, and I did study theater, but I also studied education because I'm like a little bit clumsy. I don't think I would be a great bartender or a waitress. I don't know how much I would make off of tips. So I was like, you know, I've always enjoyed working with young people, and so I kind of became an educator because of that passion, but also, you know, it's helpful to have a steady income when you're not booking the big TV shows that you want just yet. So I was doing that. I was doing a lot of stage work. I think it's amazing. I really find myself respecting actors who really did the stage grind. You know, I feel like they really respect the craft. You know, with thespians. And yeah, you know, I would have to say it's been like in the past 2 years that things have started picking up, and everything that I've booked like in the past 8 months or so is coming out this fall. So,
So what's next for you? What can we expect?
Yeah, so I have something else with Netflix, but it's kind of like we're seeing this now new move that's being made in the film market, in the film world, kind of like Roma, where it was released in theaters and on Netflix. So I'm in a movie with some actors that you may have heard of. I mean, they're kind of small fries. Meryl Streep and Gary Oldman and Antonio Banderas. It's called The Laundromat, and it's about the Panama Papers. So that was another what pinch me moment. I'm also going to be in an upcoming Apple TV streaming series called Little America, and I don't want Apple to get mad at me, so I can't say too much about that, even though I'm so excited for it. But again, it's just what they've already talked about is really humanizing and shedding light on multiple immigrant experiences.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Just to get back to the topic that we talked about today about how do you maintain your self-care through all that? Is there anything particular you tell the guests?
I think that for me, so there's things that I like that are really just like, you know, like this, I mean, not shallow. I got to do this for the business. I got to keep the skin looking right. So I am obsessed with Korean skincare. I am. So I will put this out there. Soko Glam, I love you. If you ever want to send me free stuff or sponsor me, Korean skincare is amazing. But I think going back to family, whether that's your, you know, blood relations or your chosen family, your friends that know the authentic you, I think spending time with people who accept you and love you unconditionally, if you have that, if you're lucky to have that in your life, then that's really where to go, you know. And
take a little break and binge watch Orange is the New Black.
Yes.
Final
Please
season. Melina, please tell everyone where they can find and follow you.
You can follow me on Instagram. I should have said that. First thing in the morning, I scroll on Instagram for about 20 minutes, and then I make the smoothie. So Instagram, it's my name, Melina Bobadilla. And if you're watching the show, you'll probably see the spelling, Melina Bobadilla. I had to perfect that.
Yeah.
It's a long one.
Congratulations.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back.
Where can you watch the stories of people changing the world? EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk. In a digital media world filled with incredible podcasts that are the evolution of radio, EverTalk is bringing this audio experience to television. I'm Jezza Moye, the co-founder and host of EverTalk TV, and I am thrilled to introduce you to America's first live video streaming talk show network. EverTalk is an entertainment and lifestyle platform that illuminates consciousness and showcases inspiring stories that offer insight, inspiration, and thought-provoking conversations on positivity, wellness, Insta-fame, and empowerment, all while celebrating the trials and triumphs of those who are igniting a positive change in the world. These curated talk shows are hosted by passionate, talented personalities who themselves have been inspired by others to give back through their on-air efforts and create a community to helping our viewers live the life they truly deserve. New binge-worthy content is added daily, and our EverTalk algorithms are designed to give our subscribers the programming they really desire. These shows are streamed in high definition and are available online and across all major video platforms, including Apple TV and Roku. EverTalk is #community powered, so we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment and evergreen conversations that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere. And EverTalk TV, your home for talk. from Los Angeles. Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa. And this hashtag Friday Feels, I'm so excited. Welcome Tiffany, fresh off of VH1's Girl Cruise. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me here. I'm so excited.
So excited after the Lionsgate.
Portal, I know.
Did you survive it?
You know what? It's more so, it's a very rejuvenating energy. You know, it's the alignment of Orion's belt, the pyramids in Giza. So it's a very spiritually connected, celebrated moment. And it's kind of a shift of everything that's new. We got out of retrograde. So that's kind of a recap of all the things of releasing. And I feel like this new energy is all about receiving all the things that you've been working on. So I always call it the blooming, the blooming phase.
How do you stay so spiritual and grounded being a reality star? I mean, Girls Cruise, Lil' Kim, Maya. What a cast of characters.
You know, so Girls Cruise, the whole concept is that back in the day, everyone kind of had a moment in time where they were like, okay, girls, you know, let's leave the husbands, the kids, and let's just have this moment of sisterhood and let our hair down. So that's really the concept. And when Girls Cruise was kind of, you know, the first talks about having Girls Cruise, I'm like, okay, I know that all of us, because I know that we're all spiritually connected, so I'm like, we were not just put together to do any reality show. So I know that this is going to be totally a breakthrough reality show, and I'm a big fan of the book When They Zig You Zag. So I'm like, okay, reality shows are going this way. This is all about positivity, empowerment. So I'm like, let's do it, because trust me, I would probably be the last person on a reality show. There's not enough books that they want to see me read. They'll probably like, oh my God, it's so boring. So.
I love that. I agree. I mean, the reality shows are fascinating because you get so captured by the reality of the insanity of some people. But I think what a great opportunity to bring in some truth bombs.
Yes. And honestly, for me, I come from, you know, in a scripted world. I was, you know, I've been an actor, so I'm used to scripts. So in a sense, the idea of having this reality show was so scary to me. And I had to have my self-talk and my mirror talk and being like, yep, you are a little bit terrified. And I had to really connect with myself on why I was a little bit nervous. And a lot of it is showing your truth to the world. And for me, it was this very scary thing. And then my fiance was, listen, you've been talking about how representation matters. You didn't grow up seeing faces like you. This is your moment to be that face growing up from the Philippines, so then people can look at you and be like, you know what? I connect with her. She's an immigrant. She came to this country with basically nothing, and look where she's at now. So to me, that's why I did the show too.
So is that what you consider your truth? Or is that when you were like, I'm afraid, that fear of revealing kind of the depths of your soul? Was that what it was, or was it?
My truth is more so, sometimes I feel like the thing with when you're very connected, you also have to be careful because not everyone can receive it. So it could be a foreign language to someone, but for me, I had to realize that I am part of the shift of the consciousness. You know, I look at Marianne Williamson. To me, I've followed her books and her journey throughout, and I look at her and where she's at right now in this world, and I'm like, she's an example. So I was like, you know what, let me go be an example, because as I'm learning in my own journey, I hope that others can learn throughout my journey that it's okay to step into their own journey.
Absolutely.
Stumble, fall, get up, all of it.
We're soul sisters. You're speaking our language. So
yes.
So great.
What surprised you most about unscripted projects and unscripted TV? Anything that surprised you?
You know what? Girls Cruise is so much fun. Everything surprised me. How about that? Because I had no idea that literally most of Girls Cruise was taped in the boat. We were sleeping, eating. I mean, granted, the boat is amazing and it's a hotel. But what surprised me is how real everything is, where when you wake up, like I think I I thought I like had a moment where I was like, yes, they're taping other people. And I like put on my bathing suit. I'm like, let me go. This is my moment to meditate. And I like went to the bow of the boat where I thought no one was there. And kid you not, I opened my eyes after I went through this like deep journey meditation, and it was a camera right here. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I'm on a show.
Yes, those mics are always hot and those cameras are always live.
I'm like, God, how do they know?
We know that human trafficking is also something that's really on your heart. Can you tell us about the work you're doing with that?
Yes, so I have a clothing line. We were exclusive to Nordstrom, and then now we've opened up our exclusivity to Anthropologie and other department stores. And it benefits Mentari USA's Human Trafficking Survivor Empowerment Program. So for me, it's a cause where at a young age, when you grow up in the Philippines, you are unfortunately made aware of the situation. And it's a global issue that I think is coming into the forefront right now in a bigger way, and it's very, very important. So that I take, for me, acting is really just a platform for me to be able to continue with my purpose, and for me to be able to look at these girls and say, I see you, I honor you, and I come also, I grew up in a childhood where I experienced domestic violence. So I was very aware at a young age of all the important issues that happens in this world.
I love that. It makes so much sense to bring it to Hollywood and be a voice in different avenues, different shows, whatever. That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
Are there any spiritual practices or just daily practices that allow you to stay sort of dialed in the midst of all the chaos and craziness that is the world and that is TV?
I was like, how much time do you have? For me, I always wake up with my gratitude list. I am like a journal person. So for me, I always wake up every day knowing that it's a new day. So I remind myself of that, and I just say, thank you. That's always the first word that comes out of my mouth. Thank you. Because for me, seeing these survivors, gosh, have their voices taken away. It's like, God, thank you for this life. And, to me, it's so beautiful. And having my gratitude list being very specific of, I am so grateful for today because, and really name it. And I think as we get so specific, that gratitude grows so much. So then everything else throughout my day is an outpour of my glass being so full. So then whatever I give to is just an extension of that energy.
That's so eloquent.
Thank you, Tiffany, for the light you're sharing and for guiding us in the hashtag 116Tribe. Please tell everyone where they can find and follow you.
So you can find me at Tiffany Panhillison. I'm sure that's very, very long. If you Google it, I'm sure that they will fix it for you. But it's TiffanyPanhillason.
Nice.
It's so long. Thank you.
So appreciate you. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more in Good Morning La La Land.
This is how we do it. This is how we do it.
Where can you watch the stories of people changing the world? EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk. I'm Jez Moyer, the co-founder and host of EverTalk TV, and I am thrilled to introduce you to America's first live video streaming talk show network.
Hello and welcome to Hashtag.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Millennial Life. I'm your host, Laura Odegaard.
Hi, and welcome to Life Masters.
This is CEO with Anna David
And Lauren Wallet.
You are watching Passion to Paycheck. Welcome back to On That Note.
Welcome to Defining Moments.
Welcome to my show, Serena Live.
And you're watching
How to Start.
And welcome to another episode of Sipping the Tea.
We're bringing you inspiring stories to help you upgrade your life to the best level of success, health, and wealth.
You can binge watch and binge watch.
You can binge watch.
And you can binge watch. Binge watch.
You can binge watch.
Please binge watch.
You can binge watch
And binge them on EverTalk TV. Thanks for coming.
entertainment that will inspire, uplift, and empower you. Anytime, anywhere on Ever Talk TV, your home for talk.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa on Friday Feels. We have Ryan Alessi in the house. He is on Nickelodeon's All That. So you think you're all that?
Well, I mean, I
answer
try
is
to be.
yes.
I try to be.
You are all that.
Thank you, I appreciate
that
it.
show is iconic. I remember when I was your age, All That was all that. And for it to be rebooted, I'm so excited about it. Tell us about your experience in the show.
I mean, it's been really a fantastic experience. Everyone on set is just so kind. Keenan and Kel and all the original cast members always have the kindest words to say, and they help us along in the journey.
Love that.
Yeah.
So tell people who haven't seen the show the premise of the show.
So literally is the easiest way I can explain it. It's an SNL for kids. So it's tailor-made for kids, by kids, and you can watch it on Nickelodeon on Saturdays.
All right, I love
Did you watch it when you were growing up?
Well, the show ended the year I was born, so I never really got a chance to watch it.
Like I'm an old
Dating us
lady.
right now.
But I did, sometimes on T-Nick, they have Nick Rewind, so I did know about the show, but I never really watched any episodes. But when I auditioned for it, I watched some clips, and I pretty much have seen every single episode of the original All That by now, yeah.
Now that you're on the show, do you have any favorite moments, highlights?
I think I'd probably say when we were doing a scene, we were doing a Good Burger scene, and Kel had his wig on with his Ed wig on. He was going like, whoa. And he had a giant air pressure machine, and it was blowing wind so fast. And it blew wind so fast, and he pointed it towards his face that his wig completely fell off. And his reaction was just the best when the audience was going absolutely nuts, and he's like, I've been working here for 20 years, and I can't even believe you found out my secret. It was just, he's just a master of improv.
It was
Yeah.
so good. So you're a comedian. Tell us a little bit about your journey to landing such a great, spot. Tell us your journey in acting and comedian.
Well, I started at Second City in Chicago, and I originally took classes there when I was 8, and I didn't do very well at it because I was 8, but I still loved it, and I started taking more classes, and I really started getting into the whole improv comedy thing. And I asked my mom one day, I was like, can I just go out to Hollywood and start acting? And she's like, sure, which is really amazing. And here I am now.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is amazing.
Yeah.
Go mom.
Yeah, she is.
What made you fall in love with acting in the first place? Do you remember?
Well, I think it was probably all the movies I used to watch. Like, my mom always exposed me to really influential movies at a very young age. So, like, one of my first ever movies that I saw when I was super young is Forrest Gump, and that's a huge fan of Tom Hanks, and I think that's one of the people that inspired me to come out here. Tom Hanks is just so awesome, yeah.
And now you're an inspiration to so many kids who want to pursue a career in entertainment and the arts. What advice do you have for them?
Well, auditioning is a really long and hard process sometimes. I would say that if you've been auditioning for a very long time, which I was, you should never give up. It may feel like there's so many no's and you don't want to do this anymore, but really it'll eventually happen because you keep going and you keep feeling it and you know this is your dream. It will really pan out for you. That's what I feel that people should do, and like people should know that when they're
How do you maintain that confidence and the faith that it'll work out? Is there something special that you do, or?
I think it's just, I tell myself that when there's a no, it's always, when one door closes, another one opens. So if there's one opportunity that passes me by, there's always another opportunity where I'll walk in the door. Like All That, for example, I was auditioning for other stuff and I didn't book it and I was so disappointed, and now I have this show, so.
Love that.
And that's kind of a rule in improv, right?
Yes.
That you don't say no. You don't accept a no. You work around
yes,
it.
And.
Yes, and.
Yes, and.
Well, you're clearly saying yes and to life right now. What's next for you? Any other projects you're working on?
Well, I would really like to do some drama stuff because I've always loved drama movies, and I don't know, I just want to show that I kind of have range in both. And in addition, I really love fashion stuff. Like, usually when I wake up, in my morning routine, usually I wake up, I go on Instagram, just look at all the fashion stuff that I follow on Instagram. That's usually my number one thing. Yeah.
I wouldn't think that. So also, I'm curious to know, because our topic of the day is, how you rejuvenate and stay loving, in the process of sometimes it's a grind, right?
Yeah.
What do you do?
When I ever am having stress with a script or something, I just tell myself, I take a couple deep breaths, or I'll do something that helps me calm down, like listen to music or go outside and enjoy nature, go for a walk. And then I'll just kind of decompress, because when I get a lot of stress, I'll get really flustered and I don't know what to do. So I'll just, I'll do something that really calms me down, and it usually works for me.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you figured out life already. So I don't know what there is to go from here.
He's all that. Just saying, you know?
Clearly.
I
really
love
incredible.
that. Well, it's really inspiring, everything you're doing. And
Ryan, please tell everyone where they can find and follow your journey.
So you can find my show at Nickelodeon. Well, you can find my show on Nickelodeon on Saturdays, and my Instagram is Ryan Alessi, Ryan Alessi.
Thank you so much, Ryan.
Yeah.
Check them out.
Stay tuned back tomorrow. Good morning, LaLa. It is hashtag National Sour Candy Day. We want to thank our special friends from Pucker Powder for treating us today.
Hey, I'm gonna what is this?
What is that?
I don't know. It's like a.
Leave it to the DIY experts.
It's a sugar hookah. This looks like what I would fill up my car with, the tires. You know, the air thing.
For those of you watching who haven't met Tanya Memi, she is an Emmy-nominated host.
Oh my God, you're so
Southwest House, Homer Colton family. She's a DIY expert, and she's always up for a challenge. So why not give her this sour? Here we go, Tanya.
Oh, come on. Shut up.
Woo! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Come on.
She's up for it. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa. And there's nothing better on Friday feels than the feeling of closing the deal. Kayvon K is with us. He is the sales and closing master. So how did you figure this all out?
Yeah, I still remember it. I woke up one morning and I looked at my bank account and I was $250,000 in debt.
Oh.
I was a failed entrepreneur and I was walking towards to the bank and thinking about, this is it, I got to claim bankruptcy. And something came into me and I remember thinking to myself, like, these are the moments that most people fail. Like, these are when people throw in the towel. And for me, I just couldn't do it. It wasn't in me to do that. So I went back and like you see a lot of entrepreneurs, they come to this point in their lives where they have that breaking moment. And that was my rock bottom. And I kind of looked around and I said, what does this world need? Like, what's going on and how can I service it? Instead of trying to chase it and trying to be someone I wasn't, I just kind of took a step back and asked myself, like, what's going on and how can I kind of inflict that change? And I saw that there's like, sales is icky, right? Like, people think it's sleazy, or they think about that used downtown car salesperson. I don't believe sales is like that. I believe sales is transference of energy and connection. And if you have a product or you have a service, it is your job. It's actually your duty to be able to support and help that person that needs that. And for me, sales is about getting onto that connection, creating that energy to create that safe environment so people can actually identify with that service or identify with that product and be able to claim it themselves instead of me shove it down their throat.
So, but what if you don't exactly have a service or a product to sell, right? How can you close the deal in the conversation, whether you're an artist or someone who's looking to close the deal and really get the job? How can we master that exchange?
I love you said that, because I believe everyone here is a salesperson. You're either selling your kids, right? I always say, you're selling your job, you're selling your ideas, you're selling your coworkers, whatever that is. The number one for me is understanding who you're speaking to. We're all different, and we all have different personalities, and we all communicate and operate differently. So when you can identify who you're actually speaking to and what their needs or what their wants are, and make it about them. See, a lot of salespeople make it about themselves. And I always say, it's not about the commission, it's all about the mission. And when you come from a service-based kind of operating level, that's when you can actually influence people. That's when you can create that safe environment so people can make the decision. So again, if you're looking to get an acting, like we just had, an acting gig, or you're looking to connect with the CEO, it's about creating a safe environment for them so that they can feel safe to listen to you and they can trust you. Because people only want to do business with people they know, they like, and trust.
I love that. So how do I create that safe environment, and what is it I need to understand about the customer, client, or audience in order to make.
We're not talking about Friday night dates over here. I'm just kidding.
Well, no, I can just translate it.
Let's talk
It's a
about
perfect
that,
translate.
right?
So there's right to dating.
There's 4 main types of personalities, right? You got what I call is the analyzer. So these are more the engineer types. They're the facts, the figures. So when you're speaking to them, you can't speak about the dream. You can't be all loud. You got to just speak to them directly and as if what it is, it is. And then you have what we call as the nurturers. Those are the mothers, right? So they're not about the money. They're not about the hustle. They're more about the impact. And you can see even my tonality changes, because if I came with them and I started talking like this to the nurturers, they just kind of melt away and you lose them. Then we have what we call as those achievers. Those are the CEOs. Those are the winners. Those are the athletes. They're the ones where you actually tell them they can't do it. You say, that's probably not for you, right? And they're the ones, what do you mean it's not for me? We can't tell you to do it right for you. And then there's what I call, I think, what you go for ours, what we call like the sapphires, the ambassadors. They're more about the life of the party, right? It's not so much about the facts and the figures. It's about where we're going, who's going to be there, how's it going.
So
yeah, I know. That's definitely you, right? So when I'm talking to you, I'm going to be talking more about that. I'm not going to be talking about facts and figures or this is what you're going to.
Thank you.
Exactly, right?
Not my language.
And I'm going to open up my energy, right? Because I'm now creating that safe environment. See, a lot of people expect people to come to them. They stand this front saying, oh, you got to be on my level. No. If you want to actually influence people, you want people to respect you and love you, you got to go to their level and speak to them on that level, because that's when actually the connection happens, because you created that energy.
I love that. And I have a lot of the gals in my other platform, Society. They are the nurturers. They want to do, money actually doesn't motivate them.
At all.
It's actually all about the mission. They want to make a difference in the world.
It's about impact. It's about service of others, and they put everybody first before them, right? So how you can get them is, I always ask, when was the last time you put yourself first? When's your time? Right? And it gets that emotional, you kind of get those emotional triggers. And everyone has different emotional triggers.
That's fantastic. So let's say you've created this psychologically and emotionally sort of safe space, and you've built this deep rapport and trust. When it comes to sort of asking for the purchase, now what?
I love it. So again, I'm trying to change the way sales is. So I never ask for the sale. When you've connected and you've created that environment, and I now know where you want to go, right? So you have a pain or you have a problem, and there's a solution. The bigger the problem, the bigger the problem, bigger the solution, right? So what I do is I don't actually tell you, you got to do this, you got to do this. I actually get you to self-identify with it. So why do you think this would work? Suppose we were to work together. Suppose we were to get this idea across. What do you think would happen next? Where should we go from here?
I love that. There was an expression I discovered early in my consulting career, which was basically that you don't sell people, you get them to sell you.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what we do.
And then overcoming obstacles, that's a big one of third-party stories, objections.
Yeah.
How do you handle that?
Yeah, so ideally, what I say is when you know how the person operates, so you've connected them and you created that energy, they actually don't have objections. You can eliminate the objections before they happen.
Yeah.
Because again, when I'm talking to, if I was talking to those analyzers, they're always the ones that say, let me think about it.
Yeah.
I got to go. So you can actually preempt that by giving them all the facts, figures, and saying to them, this is not one of those situations where you got to think about it, because thinking about it doesn't actually solve the problem. This is where you got to actually figure out, is this for you or is it not? So let me ask you, if it is for you, what would that look like? When would you be able to move forward? So you actually you eliminate the objections before they happen. Yeah. So you're not in this position.
Money. What else?
It's time. Well, the biggest thing, right? Time, money, and mental energy. Everything else they'll say is all just all wrapped in a basket of those three. It's just it's either you always hear I don't have the time, I don't have the money, or the third one is let me speak to my business partner.
Or I don't understand it, maybe.
Let me speak to my wife. Well, I'll say I don't understand it. You've not done a good job. So you should not be doing this.
Thank you for sharing your expertise. Please tell everyone where they can find, follow, and work with you.
Yeah, so if you want to learn more about how I connect and how I'm changing, the world of sales, you can just go to kayvon.com. That's KAYVON.com.
Fantastic.
Thanks,
Thank you so much.
Stay tuned. Back with more Good Morning LaLa Land.
How we do it. This is how we do it.
Where can you watch the stories of people changing the world? EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk. I'm Jez Moyer, the co-founder and host of EverTalk TV, and I am thrilled to introduce you to America's first live video streaming talk show network.
Hello and welcome to Hashtag.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Millennial Life. I'm your host, Laura Odegaard.
Hi, and welcome to Life Masters.
This is CEO with Anna David
And Lauren Wallet.
You are watching Passion to Paycheck. Welcome back to On That Note.
Welcome to Defining Moments.
Welcome to my show, Serena Live.
And you're watching
How to Start! And welcome to another episode of Sipping the Tea.
We're bringing you inspiring stories to help you upgrade your life to the best level of success, health, and wealth.
You can binge watch and binge watch.
You can binge watch.
And you can binge watch. Binge watch. You can binge watch. Please binge watch.
You can binge watch and binge them on EverTalk TV. Thanks for coming. Entertainment that will inspire, uplift, and empower you. Anytime, anywhere on EverTalk TV, your home for talk. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa. And on hashtag Friday Feels, there's nothing better than really mastering our personal style and self-expression. So we've got the ladies from Glam Hive with us, Stephanie Sprangers. She's the founder of Glam Hive, and Carrie from Jenner, of course, in great support. I'm so excited for the conference that's happening in Los Angeles, August 24th, right?
Saturday, August 24th.
Tell us what we can expect.
Great. You want to take
I'll do it.
Yeah,
No, you.
great. So Glam Hive Live is our first style conference, and it really was the genesis of me getting to know some incredible celebrity stylists here in Los Angeles. So we have Jen Raid, who styles Angelina Jolie, Nicole Chavez, who does Kristen Bell, Johnny Wujek, Mariah Carey, Katy Perry, just all these awesome people that I've met as I've been building Glam Hive. And it's been so fun for me to get to know them that I wanted to bring it to everyone because they're just such sweet, awesome, wonderful, giving people that love to have people look and feel their best. And so it should be a day just of inspiration, hearing from them, as well as really great people like Marcy Medina, who is the West Coast Bureau Chief of Women's Wear Daily, and PR people, personal branding people, all about just how you present yourself and really just looking great, feeling great, confidence, all of that.
Love that.
And Carrie, yes, and Carrie's our co-producer from Gen Art, so she's been amazing.
Yeah, what I can talk a little bit about what really attracted me to Glam Hive is, and I always say it's the Uber of personal styling. So imagine a platform where you can have a personal stylist, much like Uber gives you a driver, at any moment. Women today, and men, are, we wear so many hats, and we have so much to do, right, with our careers. We're mothers, whatever it may be, in our roles. And what I loved about Glam Hive, when you first introduced me to it, was the idea that you can work with the stylists, the people that are dressing Lady Gaga or Angelina Jolie or whoever it may be, and they can give you style advice. They can dress you for your big job interview. They can dress you if you're going back into the workforce for the first time in a long time. If you want to look your best at an event, Glam Hive really kind of stands for people to know they matter. They can look their best.
So tell us what it is exactly. Is it an app? Is it
Glam
a
Hive.
go-to thing? Obviously, we know we're doing the event, but beyond that, what?
So Glam Hive is it's a personal styling platform. So it's glamhive.com. It's our website. You go there and you can either request to be matched with a stylist, where we ask them information about you so that we can be a matchmaker. Because a lot of style is about your personality, and we really want to make sure that we connect you with a stylist that would resonate with you. Or you can just browse the roster, and you can see who is there, look at their portfolio, you see their rates, see the services. You basically click a button on the service that you want, add your credit card, and then you'll get a text from your stylist. It really was designed to be a virtual service. So I live in Seattle, so coming down here, it's amazing because everyone is beautiful and has a stylist. In other cities where you don't have access to so many stylists, it's great because you can go to Glam Hive and connect with someone in Los Angeles if you live in Seattle. Do a FaceTime, you're talking one-on-one, you're showing them your closet, they're making a mood board for you. And then we've partnered with about 80 different retailers, everyone from Forever 21 to Nordstrom to Shopbop, Farfetched. And then they basically curate the shopping board, the mood board for you to tell you exactly what to buy to get the look that you want that they recommend.
Brilliant.
So it's really
I think that
awesome.
stylist is one of the best investments because people make such snap judgments these days, and we all have personalities, and I think it's great to have your sort of what you wear and how you present yourself like customized for who you are, and to also be able to over-index in certain directions, maybe that your personality doesn't let certain traits shine through or come through, right?
Exactly.
So how has personal style transformed your lives?
Well, I think for me, I grew up in a really small town in eastern Washington, like in the woods, basically. And so for me, I would notice those people that would look great when I'd go to the bigger towns like, Spokane and then Seattle. And so I was lucky enough to always have really stylish friends, like, more artist types, creative types. And they would be so great just to say, oh, you should buy this. Or, I was always in sales. And so I could kind of have the money to spend on things, but I never knew what to buy. And I don't even really like shopping that much. And so I would just pay them to basically tell me what to buy. And I've been doing this really probably since college. And then, so the Glam Hive is kind of a connecting of dots, kind of as Steve Jobs would always say. And so, for me, I think that people think that I'm stylish. I mean, I come to other cities, I'm not stylish at all, but, in my world. And I feel like it kind of gives you an unfair advantage. Like people, to your point, people will kind of make a judgment based upon how you look.
There's no question.
Yeah.
There's no question. And so I think that, sometimes I feel like I've won things, whether it's a business deal or a startup contest or things where I know that I'm smart and I have my stuff together, but it doesn't hurt to have a great outfit on. And I think it does hurt when you don't,
Yeah.
And so I think that that's something that has always helped me. So.
Carrie, how has fashion and style empowered you, and how do you use that to empower your community?
Well, I grew up in New York, so close to it. I was in the industry. I was a model in high school a long time ago. I won't date myself, though. But I always thought that style was expensive, right? That luxury, you have, fashion is luxury. And you can't have style or be stylish. When in high school, if I couldn't afford something, I couldn't be stylish. And what I realized is style is really a way of being. It's like who you are. This is who I am and what I want to put out into the world. And that's what Glam Hive does for people, because you can have any price point. You can have any budget. 100%. You can say, look, can you help me restyle the things I own? Can you take a look into the closet, literally on FaceTime, and support me in figuring out how I can make the best of what I have. And that's, I guess, to kind of answer your question, style is it's just such an important, when you dress for people, if you look good, they know, you're telling them that they matter.
Yeah.
Right?
Even if it's on the phone, even if they can't see you.
Yeah,
because it comes through in your intonation, it comes through in your nonverbal, verbals and nonverbals in ways that you can't even always sort of manage on your own. But when you're dressed well and you feel great, it comes through.
100%.
So
It gives everyone that opportunity.
So please tell everyone how they can get involved, get more information, and find tickets for the event.
Sure. So the event is on August 24th. It's at the WeWork Gas Tower. Tickets are on glamhive.com.
Glamhive.com/live.
So glamhive.com/live. We hope to see you all there.
Great. Absolutely. Thank you so much. We are Good Morning La La Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you live Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. All of today's interviews are available as a podcast on iTunes, and the entire show is streaming on EverTalk TV, on Apple TV, and Roku.
That's right. We're waking up the world together. You guys have a fabulous weekend, and like, share, comment, subscribe to these extraordinary people. Have a great day.
It's going to be a good morning, La La Land.